Oh no. Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to Membriash.
I'm Ashley.
I'm Mitch. I like the way you say it different like every time.
It's the vibes, Whatever.
I'm Ashley.
I'm in a hoodie,
I'm Mitchell. Today we're watching Love is Blind, Season 6, Episode 10.
What could have been?
What could have been? This is going to be Jessica and Trevor stirring crap.
Yeah. Emotions run high when the couples reunite with some of their former prospects from the pods.
People are calling Jessica an industry plant.
In what way?
That she went immediately back on a Perfect Match 2, and she's here stirring crap.
So here's the thing. Is it industry plant, or is it like she wants to be famous? Like, I agree with you. She wants to be famous.
Yeah.
Like, probably more than anything. I don't know. I liked her a lot in the beginning, and now I'm just wondering if I just didn't like Jimmy.
That's what it is. For me, that's what it was. We actually have two things we want to talk about. There's an issue of correction. We accidentally said, and most people either blew past it. Yeah, it was you. Most people blew past it, or a couple people made comments on the last video reminding us that it wasn't a live reunion they were doing. They already filmed the reunion in front of a live crowd. So
you know what I have to stop doing? I have to stop getting excited.
Reading two words.
And then saying things like they're facts at the beginning before we do videos. Because that's what happened both times. I was wrong. I got so excited or heated.
People's lives are on the line.
Listen, I think you've just learned you can't really trust me. So just fact check literally everything
We're in the end of the day, we're like every other news program, except we don't claim to be news. We're just getting wrong left and right. We're making crap up. We're running with it.
Do you know what, though? What? Like, I remember listening to Stuff You Should Know, and they would always do that. They would, like, have little segments where they'd be like, this is all the stuff we got wrong.
They did corrections at the end of the episode that corrected their previous episodes. They'd be like, so-and-so told us we did this wrong.
You gotta correct me, because, like, I can't just be out here telling people.
You gotta fact check.
Telling people lies. Because we need you to know now that we're liars.
We're not liars. We're erratic, and they know that. You should know we're erratic. It should be obvious.
If it's your first time here, welcome.
Yeah. Anything else?
Well, you said it was two things, and then
I would say two things, and then there's one thing, and then we go to watch. There's something at the end. I think a lot of people really seemed to like the.
You changed my mind about?
Yeah, a lot of people like that episode, and I think we're gonna do that again. So if you're watching with us and you want to like give your opinion down below on how you're viewing these relationships, or if we're getting things wrong, or you just have a different take on stuff, let us know. And we're gonna probably do another one at the end of the season because we only have a couple episodes left. We're thinking doing a mid-season and an end of season.
Yeah, if we've got enough stuff, I think that's like interesting to talk about because it really isn't. Some stuff is facts, like whether or not the reunion will be live. And then other stuff is just, like, your opinion, and, like, that's cool. I like talking about that stuff. I also like being fact-checked. I mean, I don't like it, but it's...
Yeah, so if you have either of those, let us know in the comments. Some of you have already been like, hey, use all my comments for your video if you want to. I feel like I like to get permission for that just because some of them are, like, kind of, like, big takes or sensitive issues, and I don't want to be projecting people's names if they don't want them. Comment section's one thing, putting it on a video, and I know we're small right now, but like
right
still
now, dreams of grandeur is what you have.
Well, no, I'm hoping we're gonna grow, and a lot of people are like, I hope you grow. I'm not. True. But if we did grow and people came back and they started like, the internet can be a really nasty place.
I know, it really
and I don't want to, and I'm vaguely uncomfortable like putting myself out here all the time. I don't want to put people out there if they're not comfortable with it.
Yeah.
So with little things like the question and answer, I think there's sort of an implied consent. With most people already said yes, but I was like, let us know your question. So they gave us a question and we answered it. That was a little bit different
versus like a hot take or like your opinion. Some people are sharing things about like situations that have happened in their life and stuff, and I think you're right, like putting someone's like YouTube username on there attached. So some people are comfortable with their opinions being like attached to them, and some people are more comfortable being anonymous. And
I think there's a space for both on the internet. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if you want us to attach your name to your stuff, either tell us or we'll reach out and you can let us know. Otherwise, we might still put it up as your idea, but not attach your name to it so that you don't feel exposed.
There you go. Okay. Should we just watch then?
Yeah.
All right. We're going to get into it.
I want that. What? Oh my God.
I think there's like a weird version of this where Chelsea and Jimmy end up working out.
I think it's possible they'll both say yes.
I'm so sorry.
Don't be sorry.
I hate seeing Trevor now.
Same.
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't look at him.
You're my ball. You're my ball.
Hush. All right, so Jeremy, awkward.
Oh.
I do love a dog.
I could watch a dog all day. A dog run. His mom. She's like.
I found out that she was going to be out, so I was like, I'll deal with it, whatever.
I'll deal with it. What does it even mean?
Is he gonna tell his mom it was till like 5 a.m.? Okay, yes.
Like 4:30 in the morning. At that.
It's very. You said it's very possible they didn't have anything physical. They don't even really know each other at this point. Let's be honest. But you're like, it's still kind of that's emotional cheating. I don't think like some people say like emotional cheating is close to any other person of the opposite gender. I don't believe that. But like he had an emotional connection with this lady before, and he's hanging out until 4:30 a.m.
Yeah.
Right.
You're lucky. Wasn't me.
She's like, I would have hit you upside the head.
I just walked in the door. I'd have been sitting there waiting.
Oh, yeah.
I acknowledge how it looks.
Not even just how it looks, how it is. How it is.
Yeah.
Conversation. It was a constructive conversation.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. That's horrible.
You
don't do that to somebody.
So cruel.
He harmed her, in doing that.
The fact that he's like so unapologetic is part of what is so irritating about this.
He could have been like,
his mom is even sitting there telling him, and then he's like, well, it wasn't planned. Well, it doesn't really matter. Like you had a choice. Every minute you stayed with Sarah Ann, you had a choice, and you made that choice.
It's true.
And then you hurt someone, and the least you can do in that situation then is come home and truthfully apologize.
Did he even apologize once?
I don't know, but if he did, it didn't feel sincere.
Yeah, he was very much like, this is what happened. It wasn't inappropriate. Nothing happened.
Yes.
And he kept lying. Like, if there was an apology, there was no context that it felt like an apology.
Yeah.
I meant to be a cheerleader.
What would I do with you?
I used to love putting them together. Yeah.
Furniture.
Wow, that's funny. Yeah, that's your son.
Whose family is that? Is this Jimmy's?
Jimmy.
It's my baby.
This makes sense.
It does make sense.
I'm working on it.
Oh, they're cute. Her accent is coming out so heavy with his parents.
Chelsea?
Do you hear that?
Yeah, that's like when you talk to a Midwesterner. Yeah.
And it was just like the most basic life.
I'm weirdly thinking they're gonna get married. That's the only way they're gonna have two couples.
I want someone that I can spend my life with and be a best friend. And
the more this goes on, the more I believe him.
Yeah.
And the more frustrated I am that I was so frustrated with him in the beginning.
But edits. And
my heart
he wasn't
is warming
great. He
to
wasn't
Jimmy,
great.
Honestly.
Is that just because we're at the beginning of the episode?
Probably.
And he's talking to Jessica and he's like, hey, baby.
Siblings, I will say marriage is really hard. So what makes you think you're ready for that?
She's 30 years old. Come on, people.
Yeah.
College is hard too, and we just shove 18-year-olds into it all the time.
And give them hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt.
Right. Like, what is with people?
She's got a very good attitude. She knows what she wants.
His dad, I like her.
I like her. Yeah.
It's opened him up. I can see a
Janet? What's Jimmy's dad's name? I was hoping they're not all J's. Jimmy, Janet, John.
The J's, like the Kardashians.
Yeah, maybe.
So we wrote down. They were
James! James, Jimmy, Janet. What's his sister's name? Did somebody catch that?
She's a pack rat. The third thing, she's a pack rat.
Don't look at me. I'm not a pack rat. What's a pack rat? I might be a pack rat.
People that like to bring things into the house and shove them in all the cabinets.
But it's not like I'm not piling things places, except books and VHS tapes. But other than that, I don't pile in clothes.
For you to meet the man because it'll be the first time I've seen him since yesterday.
They don't have a relationship at this point, right?
Come on.
DIY thing to like arts and crafts and like I wrote out 25 reasons why I think like you're amazing.
Oh, that is really nice.
He bailed on that?
I don't do that kind of stuff.
And it's still sitting there.
That sucks.
That is really sad.
That is
honestly.
such a punch in the gut, honestly.
You better have a damn good reason for that, and I don't even know.
He's going to say he's busy working. That's what he's going to say.
That is
I don't care if you're
an
self-employed.
Excuse for long.
No.
Oh, I do like that shirt though. Ooh, I want that shirt.
That is a nice shirt. His shirt?
I had a little time to get a little haircut today. It's been a slam-packed day though.
Yeah, for sure.
Busy guy. I mean, being self-employed is tough, but you can't you can't get engaged and never be with your partner.
Yeah. Especially when you don't know them.
Oh, side business.
Apartments, and then also I rent out like boats and jet skis.
Oh, he does a bunch of different stuff. I get that. He's got his hands in a lot of pots.
And also sales is a tough.
Yeah.
Like, you have to be available.
You're on all the time.
Whenever.
Yeah. Not to, like he still needs to be in his relationship, but yeah.
It's tough though, because if you know the person and then you develop a connection and then they're not like there as much during their engagement, it's a little more acceptable. Yeah. He doesn't know her well enough to be doing this. Yeah. Like, they have to take it seriously if they're going to get married.
Best friend, and I just feel like AD is like a walking testimony of like what I was looking for.
She is. So, like,
yeah, like, put some effort in
better,
there.
Clay.
And, like, stop telling her you can't be faithful. You got everything you need.
Some of the stuff that we go through as your mother and father, that's our stuff.
Yeah.
You're saying, I'm going to mess this up. I'm going to do something. And that's just like that self-sabotage because you have to...
Has AD talked to her about this?
Probably, yeah. I think she's been pretty open with people.
I like what AD's mom is saying, because generational trauma will mess you up, but it's also, like... If you act like it is a prophecy, you're going to lead yourself down that path. You have to choose a different path.
And know that you can do it.
And
that's know that you can make the choice.
The only way generational trauma gets broken is by doing something different. And it's not easy, but you have to do something different.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you replicate the cycle.
Right. And then if you mess up, like,
it's actually like
get back on the bicycle, you know?
My parents have done an amazing job of breaking generational trauma. That's one thing, like, I didn't respect enough when I was a kid, like and now I see that and I'm like, wow, they are like the most amazing parents in the world. And
they did a great job.
In case you're watching.
They really did though.
Yeah.
You gotta sit down and say, what did I do? What did I not do? And keep this in mind. They don't always know.
They don't know
what
anything.
they've done.
And that's I think about Clay. Like he's gone through some really big stuff, but he can break that.
It can be done. Yeah. It's not impossible for sure, but it's also really difficult. I don't think that it's unrealistic for him to say that it's difficult and acknowledge where he's afraid that he's going to do the same thing. Like, I think that that's healthy verbalizing.
Yeah, but then he keeps on saying, like, I'm afraid that I'm going to do this instead of saying this happened and I'm not going to let it happen.
Yeah.
You know, like you gotta like build that in your mind too.
Yeah.
It's a psychological battle.
Yeah.
I like him. I like how he speaks, how he presents.
He listens well too.
Yeah.
But I'm really glad that you chose somebody sight unseen.
Sight unseen. Did they make her say that?
Dang. Sight unseen.
Are you tearing up with the sight unseen come
Stop
out?
it. Yeah, and then the sight unseen happened.
And now we're out.
Now it's gone.
All right.
Dried me all up.
You being here means like more than you know.
Young lady, you are awesome.
She has a great mom.
She does.
Like, you can't take on your parents' stuff. You can't take on our failures.
Oh, her mom is like, wow.
Yeah, dude.
Jeez.
I'm not even trying to be funny.
Fall a man off a cliff without a parachute because I know he'll be down.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. That's a bad idea.
Yeah,
don't do
and
that.
also, physics isn't going to be your friend in that situation. I feel like she trusts him too much. If she's saying stuff like that.
I agree with her mom, though, that, like, she should be verbalizing more of that to him because he has a lot of insecurities, and I don't think that she's going to lose anything by telling him how she feels, because she feels it either way.
Yeah.
He's worth the fight. Oh, he heard me say, you're worth the fight.
Her mom.
Keep that energy, you guys. Keep that energy. So, Barack?
Yeah.
So people saying like she's kind of getting the ick. I don't get that at all right now. Maybe there's a moment.
I felt like that, and maybe it was
with the
editing,
food stuff.
but I felt like that.
I think it could have been editing. She could have been making faces about anything else.
It's true. Or she could have been. I mean, you can like not like everything your partner does.
You still eat sauce with your finger, but you put sauce on. She put sauce on her finger and then licks it off like a chameleon. And I used to get really grossed out by it, and then eventually I just gave up. And now I'm like, I don't even care. I don't. You put it on you put it on like this part of your hand and go. Barbecue hot sauce. There you go. I just outed you to everybody.
Johnny's meeting my dad for the first time. Obviously, he's my dad. I'm his little girl.
Right now, I sell software. It's 100% remote, too.
Everybody's, remote work.
Love remote work.
Everybody's tech sales. Honestly, it's a big part of
that's weird.
The economy probably at this point.
but I think I see how she touched many lives.
This does not seem like a man that is gonna say no. You don't have my blessing.
He's 100%. He's building into it.
I understand.
She's gonna cry here, right?
Yeah.
I am probably going to rock the boat. I hope it's not in a bad way at all, but like it's gonna be a change. But I want to make sure it's a good transition too. Just so
that's very like understanding. Like just bringing anybody into your life is gonna change the dynamic.
Yeah.
May I have your blessing to marry your daughter?
Oh.
Yes.
Of course he said yes. We knew he was going to say yes.
Right.
He wasn't going to say no.
Why? Because, you know, I tried to stir him up a little bit.
Stir him up a little bit, yeah. Put the pressure on. Yeah, all right. Yeah, there's the scene right there.
How are they real in this show? This show full of fakers and weirdos. And then you got these two.
Well, but there's like a rate thing. But so what is it, like 70% fakers now? Is that what's going on? Next season will be 80?
But then they both found each other through the sea of fakers. They found each other. And people there just for fame.
Yeah. Not them.
Not them.
Yesterday was the biggest step for me in this process, meeting my family. Like, that's a huge deal for me. And
this episode's going to be boring, isn't it?
It seems like it, yeah. Nothing is
happening. But it wasn't it they feel great now.
And you shower and get ready to go?
I asked you to go out, and I know that.
You did not ask me.
It was one of my friend's birthday.
Oh, this is them fighting about him going out.
I knew damn well you did not want to go with me, one, and I did ask you.
You did?
I don't believe her. She doesn't know.
You don't believe her?
No.
Yeah, she bullshits in these weird little situations. She doesn't know or she's lying.
Girls in the pods said, hey, your man's is out. Where are you?
Oh, she got weird after that.
I don't even know what Mackenzie looks like.
She knows what you look like. So
what is happening here? Why is she holding him accountable for stuff that he was literally out with a friend for a drink and he came home?
And she's got like her surveillance system watching him, basically.
It's like, what? I don't want to be with someone who wants to go out.
He didn't party. He went out for one drink with his friend. What is happening?
Yeah, I drove there. I had one drink and I came
That
home.
is not partying.
That's not partying. That's getting a drink with somebody.
Is that something she wants to deal with?
You sat there and lied to me.
What is wrong with this girl? Honestly, like, I'm done. Chelsea, I'm so over this bullshit. He's being so nice to her.
Where I'm at because I haven't went out in 3 months. So
either have I.
Yeah, but she doesn't want to go.
Have one drink just to make an appearance for a friend and come right back.
That's not the kind of person I want to be
Are
with.
you kidding me? I want to be with a person that supports their friends and goes out and has a drink. Like, that is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
And now you're questioning whether I'm lying.
This is not unwarranted. Fair.
Honestly, I'm on Jimmy's side at this point. Good Jimmy. Bad Chelsea.
Neutral Jimmy. Bad Chelsea.
Girlfriends, and that's whole nother issue.
Who were you with last night?
Oh, is this the you slept with her conversation? Is this it? Are we seeing it?
You think she's gonna blow this up to the point that she's like, you slept with her?
Yes.
Is that what's gonna happen?
Yes.
When? Tell me right now. Do you want me to take a step back?
Of course I do, and I told you that.
I'm not willing to take a step back.
I mean, it's fine though. That's his right.
It's his right, and that is the bad time to bring up a request.
I don't, maybe unpopular opinion, but like she knew he had friends that were girls.
She met several of them.
When they got together. Like, you don't just get together with someone and then say for no reason you're not allowed to have friends anymore.
And didn't so we went over the fact that she's saying he didn't offer for her to come with, but he's like, I did. If he said you should come with, she has no leg to stand on, because he's like, hey, come, like, you should be friends with my friends. They're chill.
It's happening.
You're not willing to take a step back.
This whole thing makes me uncomfortable.
Well, I think he's angry right now. He's frustrated.
No, I don't give a I know you her, and you told me that.
Because I want you.
Oh no.
With it.
I told you off camera that, like,
I know, but then
I don't want to talk about that.
Which one?
The one that was like, so people are like, the one that's like, he cries when he has sex and stuff, and like,
not the blonde.
He would never turn down booty, basically. Yeah, that's what.
You're not single Jimmy anymore. You're not.
Single Jimmys. They're using the same kind. Single Jimmy, good Jimmy, bad Jimmy.
Oh man.
Taken Jimmy.
I've just flip-flopped entirely on Jimmy.
We've already talked about this last night, and you never mentioned the Jess thing until tonight.
I feel like last night, and I didn't say anything.
I'm honestly just like, the back and forth of this conversation is making me confused.
I hate this relationship.
Yeah.
I hate everything about it. I hate that I got like taken in by editing at the beginning of this episode. And
by the good Jimmy?
Frustrated right now.
Well, what's your take?
I would be pretty upset. He's only known those two girls for 2 years, they said.
Yeah.
And if like he had sex with one of them and then he's still close friends and texting her all day long every day and then is going out with her and stuff, I would be uncomfortable for sure. That's not the same.
That it's just changing how you feel. It changes how I feel too.
Oh God. Just in time for Jess to come by.
I do. You know what I've given?
If you think I'm full of everything I've told you, I don't care to be with you either.
Oh. Wow. You getting all bundled up over there?
We have 2 weeks to figure out if we're getting married, and you're worried about partying. I'm not.
He wasn't partying. He went out for what?
He went out for a drink for
clarify?
his friend's birthday who he has had sex with previously.
It's really hard to be in her team because she exaggerates and like straight lies about certain things.
I think with this though, you don't need to be in anybody's team.
I'm on no one's. I'm on team no one.
I'm on team no one.
Team break the absolute up.
I don't like the way she's handling this, but you can reasonably understand why you'd be uncomfortable with Jimmy.
You need to just park at the private dock that I'm at so you could just get going.
She has a Stanley too. Look at that.
It's the generation.
It's one of the pink ones. I bet she had to fight someone for that.
I just don't know for me though.
Yeah, you don't have to wear that.
Okay.
This is like for bridesmaids and like
He's like, not me.
Not me having to put deceased for my dad.
No. Oh, Jesus.
AD.
And she did it with a not me.
I know.
Which is like, as a viewer, a little something.
It's rough,
yeah.
The biggest thing is that you're gonna cheat.
And watching Love is Blind yesterday and kind of.
Oh, is he watching the show to catch up? That's cool.
That is what a husband is supposed to come. Like, he says all the right things. It's like, me, I don't.
And that's why America hates you, Clay, but I don't hate you, sir. Not yet.
He's studying.
Because everything you've done has been simply but amazing. Like, you've had my back.
She has. She is
She's great. She's done nothing wrong, Clay.
Seen on TV, I don't want that. I'm so content. And
they really do have a very good rapport.
Yeah. They're the most natural couple in a lot of ways, except for Amy and Johnny, I think. But they're competitive with them as far as like their flow when they're around each other feels really natural. Yeah.
Unfortunately, like, I'm not okay with just being like a long-term fiance.
And that's what you sign up for, Clay. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
And then if people are backsliding, how much are you gonna have to put up with?
Yeah.
I mean, I know a couple people date after this, and I don't think it ever works out.
I like her setting like a clear boundary with him.
You never see these conversations happen on camera. I think they happen more often than we know, but I respect her. I respect her for saying that. She's given him the tools.
And I think right now is a time where you are and you need me a little bit more.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
If you can strike that balance, which is tough,
you got to be able to rely on each other, and it's hopefully one person strong while the other person needs that help. Yeah,
absolutely.
We talked about that even the last couple of days. Like, that's even a day by day thing.
Of course. Ooh, your whole body.
I love how open they talk. That's one of their. That's the best quality of their relationship. Is even though they're going through stuff, it's the openness, them bringing things up, them talking about it, and even if it's hard.
I feel like that's one of the reasons they're getting like dragged through the mud so much, like publicly, because when you acknowledge those things out loud, then people have opinions about it.
Meanwhile, you got these two.
These two are terrible.
These jokers.
They're terrible. They need to break up. This is an awful relationship, and I hate watching it.
Yeah, it's not fun. It's uncomfy.
I don't want to see it.
Coming into this experiment, I was really optimistic and...
Bad Jimmy.
My parents can see how much we love each other.
It's so toxic, though, between the two of them, man.
Love isn't enough sometimes, man.
You told me you didn't think I love you. That statement alone...
She's insecure. That's what that is. Like...
That hurts my feelings that you don't think I love you.
It's insecurity, 100%, though.
Yeah.
Which can be a massive problem. I mean, that can be.
But if he can't deal with her insecurity, and they're not effectively communicating through her insecurity, then it's a bad fit.
A lot through this experiment, but you're saying that I'm not giving you any love and affection, and I feel like I'm giving you as much as I possibly can.
The slow piano music. You're just like, dun, dun, dun. Not even that quick. We're going too fast.
I apologize and the things that I said.
No.
I felt it so much from you.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Is she one of those people that wants to pick a fight and then be like, oh, he loves me because we're fighting intensely?
I thought that when
Insecure
we were like
attachment.
17 years old.
Yeah.
I remember thinking, because like all the movies, right? Like everybody's fighting and then the person fights for you and that's how they show your love. And let me tell you, that is not a good way to have a relationship.
No.
When I'm mad at you, you look good. I really like those pants.
Just because you like to bang somebody doesn't mean you should get married after a month on a TV show.
Yeah. I think they're a good example of like, clearly there is some okay sexual chemistry, but like, why was it bad when they're trying to just be like
people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I almost took this off and left it here for you to see.
Of course she did, because that would be even more toxic. Just
passive aggressive.
What she did. Yeah.
Just leave it there.
So you're gonna make me cookies or what?
I'm tired.
What is wrong with her? I don't know. I would not put up with no.
Make me cookies?
Absolutely. Make your own cookies.
Yeah.
You're an adult. And it's honestly, it's probably pre-made dough. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Just put it in the oven.
And he's exhausted.
Set a timer for 10 minutes. Then you got your fucking cookies.
Okay.
Day to day and how we handle conflict.
Terribly. You handle conflicts terribly.
Put my blood, sweat, and tears into our relationship.
Don't put your blood into your relationship.
Don't do that.
If you can help it.
No, don't do that.
You shouldn't be bleeding.
No.
Yeah. Pool party. Oh, this is where they're bringing everybody together.
Wow, that is a shirt, Laura.
That is a shirt.
Barely.
Barely.
Man. The only thing I know is something that Johnny told me that was told by Jeremy. Jeremy told him.
I would love to hear this.
Like, doesn't her shirt make you scared?
Yeah.
Like, I'm scared.
Just put a sensor block over that just in case.
Hey, for real.
I don't want to get in trouble here.
You have to.
My point of view is, do I have respect for her? Absolutely not. Do I think that she has respect for other women? Absolutely not. Do I think she's selfish as hell?
But that's
Laura
not really...
also doesn't have respect for other women.
And it's not really like her... It's kind of his.
Yeah,
he's the one in the relationship.
Their heart.
Yeah.
You're gonna protect them as a person, as your wife, as your partner. Like,
yeah, and you don't do stuff like that.
He didn't value her in that situation.
No.
At all.
and I think he has feelings for Sarah and he doesn't know how to process.
Which would be fair,
That's
honestly. If
normal
he did,
in
he
that
should
situation.
just be talking to her about it, and then he shouldn't be doing anything disrespectful.
How you doing?
Good to see you.
Good to see you. Fucking time.
I knew you would have a Hawaiian shirt on.
Yeah, how'd you know?
It's like his like you shirt at this point.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm wearing Hawaiian.
Laura's here.
Oh, great.
You should.
The way both of them are handling the situation is kind of funny.
Everything I say seems to get spun in a completely different...
No,
you
just
were a liar, and if there was a different conversation, that's possible, but he was a liar and we saw it.
I tried sending her flowers. She's like, you don't need my address because I don't need...
Yeah, she's done with you.
It sounds like the relationship's over, dude.
Yeah, you guys are
In
broken
what
up now.
Yeah.
world would I try to fight for something?
Yeah, and that's good. You shouldn't.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
I think she's giving you every indication that you guys are not together.
Yeah.
Oh, I know I am.
Yeah.
But at least I'll admit it.
Yeah.
No, you won't. Admit what, sir? No.
Once we talked through those problems, there was a reason to fight for it, you know?
No, there isn't. These people are delusional.
Damn, there he is!
Oh,
They
no.
hawk
No. Oh. This guy, man.
Oh my god. He's big.
Trevor, who currently has a girlfriend.
Yeah, still, like right now
He's
on the show.
He's texting his woman, hey, I'm getting up to the party. I'll talk to you later.
Love you. Can't
Love
wait to marry
you.
you.
Y'all.
Oh, that's Mackenzie. We probably
who
saw
was
her on
she?
camera at some
Did
point.
we?
She was just friends of one of the, or she was like talking to people and stuff.
Oh.
I'm sure we saw her talking to the other
Alright,
ladies.
whatever.
Jimmy. Oh, not a church
Oh, he
hug.
goes in for the hug. Church hug. Is that a
Church
church
hug.
hug?
Closer than like a...
But not like an embrace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to whole hug, you know?
Whole hug.
Like if I'm gonna hug, I'm gonna hug. So
I want
like,
a bear hug.
Don't hug me unless you're prepared.
Yeah. Okay. All right. All right, everybody. You heard.
Thank you for coming up. Hey. Nice.
And you've been rock climbing, so your hugs are gonna get dangerous.
Oh, they're gonna get, yeah.
You just like break somebody's ribs.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like, no, literally my heart is in my butt.
I know.
Wait, why? This is the second time she said that. My heart is in my ass. My heart is in my butt. What does that mean? You're gonna yourself? Is that what that means? Can someone explain to me?
What does heart and butt mean?
Heart and butt.
Not wearing a ring.
I don't love all those girls sitting around basically like egging Jess on when like they know full well that Chelsea and Jimmy are like currently together.
He asked for back. I'll tell him to go fucking kick rocks barefoot. Like,
as you should.
And that's from Laura, who says that other people don't, that Sarah doesn't respect women. While she is actively doing
Egging
it,
Jess
Laura
on.
is a piece of shit.
Right.
And Sarah Ann can be too, but I hate Laura. It's that like she's just two-faced.
Because you expect, it's hypocritical.
Yeah,
You expect
exactly.
something from someone else, but you don't want to live by that. And it only applies to you.
Yeah.
It's very annoying.
Demands respects but gives none.
Yeah.
That's Laura to a T.
I need a drink.
It's been a while, so it's a conversation that needs to be had, but
Okay.
it's a scary thing, falling for someone and having.
Jess, man.
I'd be lying if it isn't on my mind a lot.
He said, I'd be lying if it wasn't on my mind a lot. And it's like you're telling Chelsea you're not thinking about it.
Of course he is.
And then she's telling you you're thinking about it. And
he's
she's
like, no, I'm
looking
not.
crazy.
Yeah.
And you're saying no, but you are.
Yeah.
Why are you lying? He's a liar.
Because Jimmy's
They're both liars,
bad
man.
Jimmy, bad Jessica.
What about you?
And his whole family is J's and she's a J.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, but it's like, how is that easy? And then we had our biggest fight.
No. I think it's totally appropriate to talk about your fights with like your close friends that aren't people that you would have sex with. If you're looking at someone and thinking, oh, I'm really attracted to this person, I would have sex with them. Don't be talking about the fights you're having with your current partner.
Yeah,
don't do that.
agree.
Advice coming from like an ex. Look at it as advice coming from like one of her good friends.
Are you an ex?
Oh, her good friends. Your good friends.
You're good friends. She's playing it up.
I didn't say what else do you need to make you get on a knee, but you read my letter out loud and then you were dead silent.
The manipulative letter.
Manipulation.
Whoever my husband's supposed to be, he's gonna validate me without me having to ask. Come to think about it, like you never really did just flat out say how you felt about me.
Fishing, man.
Yeah. She's been planning this for a while too. Like she's sitting there being like, how am I gonna steer this conversation? And she already does that kind of stuff.
Well,
I was the one who was about to fall out and need a medic. When you went in for a hug, I was like, no, not him hugging me. I was so sure I'd practiced.
The not him, not me thing. Like it's so millennial.
Well, it's
like
also
young millennial.
like it's like a year ago that it was popular. So by now it's like it's very old.
Yeah, it feels.
I care about you a lot, and in reality, you were my number one still.
You were my number one still.
That's such a no. He's engaged to someone else. That's such a cruel thing to say.
Yeah, and no wonder Chelsea is like.
She's gonna see this at some point, and this sucks.
But I'm happy for you guys. I really am.
Is that her turning it on?
I don't know. I don't know what to believe at this point.
I don't believe her.
I don't believe her
I don't
either.
trust her.
I don't believe her either.
She's a liar. He's a liar. Yeah. Kind of just annoyed. That's where I am.
I'm sick of seeing like toxic relationship dynamics play out on screen. And then like these are not healthy. Chelsea and Jimmy are not an example of like healthy, normal arguments that you would have at the beginning of a relationship.
Yeah.
I cannot believe that this is like the start of them being together, and I cannot imagine it getting massively better.
It's a clear no.
And I hate them, and I want them to. I hate them together. Okay, I don't hate them individually, but I hate them together, and I really want them to break up. And then I want them both to seek therapy. You don't need to set up a scenario where they have to beg you to stay.
The intensity too.
Or,
she's in a bad situation too, because it doesn't seem like Jimmy's a good fit.
No.
But there's an intensity there that is so counterproductive.
No.
Do you like watching Chelsea and Jimmy?
Who likes that? Nobody likes it. Okay,
well, no, some people. No, like sometimes like watching like some of that stuff and trying to figure out like what's going on and stuff. I don't know. Maybe people are entertained. I'm feeling my entertainment level slipping though. Like the frustration with the direction the season's gone is making me less. I like watching the good situation. one, and Clay and AD did a good job with this episode.
Yeah, I really actually like the way that Clay and AD interact with each other, and like I don't know. At this point, I'm dying on this hill, and I'm alone.
You're dead.
I'm alone over here. But like, I really like it. I feel like expressing your concerns to your partner is like healthy, especially like I wish Jimmy had told Chelsea how he was feeling about Jess. I don't think it would have gone over well because of who Chelsea is, but it would have been healthy for him to say that. Instead, he's gaslighting her constantly, saying he's not thinking about it, and then telling the cameras he thinks about it all the time.
Yeah, and like, that's really awful to do to your partner.
Versus Clay is the same person with whoever he's with. He tells AD that he's nervous. He tells the cameras he's nervous. Like, there's nothing that she's
I love that Clay was watching the old seasons of Love is Blind to study them, to be like, oh, this is what other partners are like. I'm feeling bad that I'm not as ready as some of these people.
Yeah.
But like the introspection there is like freaking cool.
That's pretty amazing, honestly. And like, he's a little immature for a 30-year-old man.
34?
30.
Oh, okay. I was like 34. I was like, damn right. No, okay, 30.
30.
Still.
But like, he's trying to better himself, and then talks about wanting to go to therapy and talk through some of like his issues, and then talks about not wanting to put those on AD and not being sure he's ready for marriage because he doesn't want her to deal with all that. Right. Like, I actually think it's like pretty healthy.
That's actually a good example. Chelsea versus Clay. They're almost comparable in a way. They both have like pre-existing like really big and then Chelsea's not handling it well. She's not trying to fix herself, and she's putting a lot of it on her partner.
Yeah.
Clay is kind of messed up, but he's like talking about it in big ways. He's talking about it in really like healthy ways for the most part, and he's talking about how like he's interested in therapy. He wants to grow as a person. Like, they're totally on opposite ends.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I still could be wrong about Clay. Like, I believe people when they say they've dated people like him and it turned out a mess. Like, I believe that.
Well, yeah, but no, somebody can be working on themselves. Somebody could want to do better and still not be able to.
That's true.
Not be right for your relationship.
Yeah.
You know, so
or they could
like,
be lying about it because people do that too.
Or they could be lying about it.
Because like Trevor.
Like Jeremy was like, oh, I want to show you these texts. I'm all above board. And then he wasn't.
Yeah.
So that's a perfect example of what Clay could be doing. Absolutely. And that's why I'm always trying to validate those things. Like, I'm not personally like super anti-Clay because I'm just not getting that feeling. But I get why people are, because Jeremy exists.
Yeah.
And he could be a Jeremy. We should wrap pretty soon.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Well, thank you for watching. Please let us know what you've seen. Like I said, we're probably going to do another one of those wrap-up episodes of like people's comments. So give us some comments. If you haven't told us, we can use your comment already. You could tell us that, and that way we'll look into using it for our next wrap-up episode.
Yep.
Like and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you want to keep watching Love is Blind with us, we might be checking out other Love is Blind series, or we're going to do The Ultimatum. We're doing a lot of like Netflix / like this kind of content in the future. And maybe diversifying from there.
Have a show that you'd like us to watch?
Yeah.
Please, we're very open to suggestions. We've had a really fun time watching all this stuff with y'all. We watch everything from documentaries to sci-fi to horror to like this stuff. So as far as like if you have a suggestion of stuff you want us to watch and then we can talk about, I mean baking shows. You know, Great British Baking Show. Oh my God, I love that. We watch everything. We're 36. We have no kids.
Yeah,
we have a lot of time.
So let us know. And otherwise, I guess we'll see you back here tomorrow for the next episode.
Okay, see you then.
Thank you.
Bye.
Then I got it knocked, and I started going,
ridiculous.
All those tearjerkers.
Hey, we're gonna go on a cruise this summer. You should come with us.